the best game right now. Hit the intro.
Take a look.
All right, this is Wrestling 20 Questions. If you did not know, Wrestling 20 Questions is where Robert Reeler Gaming will ask 20 yes or no questions to try to guess the mystery wrestler that I have chosen.
And here's how we do it too. I don't cheat, so.
So he has 20 yes or no questions to try to guess this mystery wrestler that I've chosen, and he does not know who it is.
Hide your stuff. Hide your stuff.
And I gotta hide this because he cheats a lot.
Oh no, it ain't me. It's like after 2 questions, he's like Big Boss Man.
Oh yeah, no, but so try to do that. He also gets 3 hints to try to guess it, but let's see in the questions if you can guess it before he does. But let's see. Let me cue this up so that I'm not convicted of anything that tries to claim. All right, so let the questioning begin. Here's your first question:
Did this wrestler wrestle during the Attitude Era?
Attitude Era? No.
No. Okay. Did this wrestler wrestle against the Ruthless Aggression Era?
No.
No. So is this an 80s wrestler?
Yes.
Okay, so now you choose an 80s wrestler, so I'm really having to stretch my memory because I can't remember half the time 80s wrestlers. Okay, so was this wrestler a world champion at some point in their career?
No.
No. Did they win a title at some point in their career?
Yes.
They did. Okay. Was it a tag team title?
Let me get to the titles. Come on. No tag team titles.
No tag team titles. Did this wrestler win a mid-card title? So mid-card IC, US title, TV title, something like that.
Yes.
Okay, so he did win a mid-card. Did he wrestle in WCW?
Yes.
Did he wrestle in WWE?
Yes.
Okay, so that's 8. Question 9. Is he in
you're on question 7.
7?
Yeah.
Is he in the WWE Hall of Fame?
Yes, he is.
So he's an 80s wrestler. He'd be in the Hall of Fame. He won a mid-card title. Did this wrestler wrestle? Now we're saying early Attitude Era, so before the 96, within the 90s for the WWE.
He wrestled. You said early 90s?
So it would be before 96, 1990 to like 96.
He wrestled before the Attitude Era.
Okay, so he didn't wrestle in the Attitude Era, but he wrestled before the Attitude Era. Okay, so now we have a time frame of when he would have wrestled in the WWE, and he's in the Hall of Fame. He won an IC, not an IC title, but he won a mid-card title. So we're assuming IC US, something like that. Was he an Intercontinental Champion in the WWE during that 90s run?
No.
No. So he never won there. So he's predominantly a WCW guy. So he would have won the United States title at some point. So that makes it even harder because I don't know a lot of WCW guys. Did he have a valet?
No.
He never had a valet. He won a U.S. title.
I wouldn't say never, but he's not
he didn't have one during this time frame.
Well, also it would be like if you hear this wrestler, you wouldn't think of anybody who would manage him.
Valet? Okay. That's tough because it's straight WCW. He would have been
That's not necessarily true, but
I mean, straight WCW, he would have been for winning a championship because if he won IC, he won the United States. Ooh, and he's in the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Did he ever headline a WrestleMania?
I doubt it. No. If he did, it wasn't like it wouldn't have been like Solo, like him facing like let's say Hogan.
The person I was thinking of headlined a WrestleMania, so that's why it makes me wonder. Okay, if he was in the Hall of Fame, so if he's in the Hall of Fame, then and it's that's a tough one because who I was thinking of headlined a WrestleMania, but I'm trying to remember
this one
if he would have won
that headline.
Did he wrestle in a WrestleMania?
He did wrestle in a WrestleMania,
and he never won a championship. And he wrestled predominantly in.
You want to use a hint?
But I forgot I had him. Let me get a hint.
Okay, so the hint is that he's a predominantly a WWF guy. He wrestled in WCW when he got released from WWF, and that's where he won his titles, was in WCW. But he's predominantly, like, if you know the wrestler's name, you're going to only think of him in WWF.
So in the WWF, though, he wrestled in the 90s
and then,
to 96 in the WWF. In the 80s, he wrestled in WCW.
No, he wrestled in the 80s and stuff. So he wrestled from 87 to 93 in WWF.
And that's what I was asking. From 90 to 96, did he wrestle in WWF? He said, yeah, in that time frame. So
yeah, so 93 was in WWF.
87 to 93, he got released. Contract of whatever, and then went to WCW and won a U.S. title.
And won the titles there.
Okay. That clears up a little bit. But
you can always use another.
Who would have been a solo person to win a U.S. title during that time frame? And he never won a world title. Yeah, you said he never won a world title. So it puts him out of the picture. And then let's use another hint.
Okay, they said he wrestled in WCW from 94 to 2001, where he competed and won the United States champion.
I know that much. That doesn't help me, but 94 to 91 he competed. So he's predominantly after that WCW guy. So he would have been one of those guys that after the he wouldn't have been taking part of the invasion because he would have, after the WCW got bought out, he would not have wrestled in the invasion then.
No.
So
you got to think he's mostly like the guy where it was like WWE was releasing all these people.
Yeah.
WCW was getting them, and then WCW was doing like, this is weak gimmicks and stuff like that, and having them like when Earthquake would go over to WCW, he was Sharky, like that kind of stuff like that. It was like that time where WWF was releasing a bunch of people.
Is he a second or third generation superstar? No, so he's not. I'm thinking there. I can't think of who would have, like, how many people would have got a release there, and then he wrestled predominantly WCW for something like that. You have a couple people in your mind, and then you don't have a couple people in your mind, and it's like, during this time, then, was he part of a faction?
No,
he wasn't part of a faction. So he wasn't even like feuds with NWO or anything like that. So not really a relevant person on here to be able to. Where am I at right now with questions?
You are at question number 13.
13, yeah. We're running to the end of this one, so And you said he's in the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Was he in the Hall of Fame before 2015?
He was in before 2015, yes.
Okay, so that still doesn't narrow it down for me because I couldn't tell you who it was.
Want to use another hint?
Sure. Use my last hint.
Okay, this guy has a easy to, I guess, like, he has an easy gimmick that he always says, and that you'll, like, once you hear it, you'll automatically know who he is.
He has an easy gimmick.
Yeah, like a catchphrase.
Yeah. I can't think of somebody during that time we even had an easy catchphrase because their catchphrases weren't really like as super big during that time too. You gave me one I can barely guess because I don't know a lot of WCW ones.
Well, then I'll give you another.
I'm done with my clues. So
I'll just give
we're
you an extra
good.
one.
We're good. No extra clues. That's how it is with the game. I'm gonna get no extra clues after that. You just got to remember who you got there. So after the WCW run, did he go to Independence, Impact Wrestling, New Japan, something like that?
He did go to New Japan, and let me check on here. I believe he also went on a brief run for TNA. Let's see. Yeah, they say in 2003 he went to TNA.
He went to TNA in 2003.
But it wasn't like a big
run.
Because, like at that time, TNA, all the WWF, WCW guys all went over there to try to
make some money. Yeah. Ooh, okay. So he wasn't part of the invasion angle. He was a guy who left the WWF during that time and went to WCW, repackaged himself, won a U.S. title. So he's early. So who was an early WWE guy who would have went over there to get the? Who would have been one of those?
I mean, he still kept his name from WWF.
Yeah, I know.
When he went over to WCW, right. He didn't have the name changed like Sharky and all those.
I'm trying to think of who would have even left and won a title there and then wrestled.
And he returned to WWF, but as like a Legends contract type thing where he would appear once in a while.
I don't know. I'm stumped. I don't got anybody I can think of for that time frame. The person he won the U.S. title from, is that person in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
So both of them are in the Hall of Fame. Okay. who would have been a U.S. champion around that time?
You would not have known really, because the way that the wiki shows it, it's kind of like off on there. Because if you see here, so I'll give you this one here for the.
I needed a clue. I'm out of clues, so there's nothing to give me.
Yeah,
but
I will give you this. So for the United States champion in WCW, this was. They say it was in late '94. He beat Steve Austin for it.
He beat Steve Austin.
Yeah,
Stone Cold Steve Austin
in WCW. Yes, in '94.
Still doesn't help because I never watched WCW '94, so.
Easier than most people.
I mostly watched it during the Attitude Era. Who would have beat Steve Austin? He's in the Hall of Fame now.
Steve Austin is, yeah.
Yeah, but this guy that beat him is also in the Hall of Fame. Was he in the Hall of Fame before 2010?
the Hall of Fame, he was not before 2010.
So between 2010 and 2015, he was in the Hall of Fame. What question am I on?
You are on 16.
16. So I got 3 more. Ooh. Let's see. Is this person during the time that between the 87 and 93, that person did not win an Intercontinental title? Did they win a championship during that time frame before they got released or left?
He's never won
a championship in the WWE.
No. All the ones were first WCW champions, but they were all the mid WCW
cards, so like TV titles, something like that. Ooh.
So you're on 17.
And he's in the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm. He has an easy catchphrase.
Easy catchphrase. I can't even think of somebody who would have an easy catchphrase.
You know, like how Booker T has, "Can you dig it?"
Yeah,
sucker,
no, but
like that.
But this person I'm thinking of, who would have an easy catchphrase, who could have won something like that, would have been Russell during the Attitude Era. But because he didn't, now I can't think of who it would be.
You gotta think of the 80s wrestlers, because this guy's not like...
I don't have much of 80s wrestlers that they didn't do much outside of the WWE who would have won a title, at least. Like, some of those mid-card guys would have at least won one title at some point in the WWE. But if this guy didn't win anything, he's basically just a jobber.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's just a jobber, and then he's in the Hall of Fame, not a second or third generation superstar, wrestled 94 to 2001, went to Impact Wrestling 2003. Does he have any kids wrestling today? Or wrestled at some point?
I don't think he has any kids that wrestled in. I know, because it doesn't say what his kids' names are.
No kids then.
No, he has 2 kids, but it doesn't say that they're wrestlers.
Wrestling.
Yeah.
He's in the Hall of Fame between that time. It has an easy catchphrase. I don't know. I'm stumped, so I'm just going to take a guess because I
remember last time you took a guess and you got it correct.
No other clues are going to help me out there. So I'm going to say Tito Santana.
No. No, it was not Tito Santana. So you stopped at 17. That guy's easy catchphrase was, "Oh, tough guy." It was Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Yeah.
He beat Steve Austin
that's what it says.
For a U.S. title.
And then the other title he won was the TV title.
And the TV title. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I don't remember him winning even championships in the WCW. And he's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he was in the Hall of Fame in 2011.
Yeah, but he's in the Hall of Fame for his gimmick. And he never won a championship in WWE.
So what did I say? So they say that...
And he wrestled at Impact Wrestling briefly in 2003. Wow.
Yeah, so they say here, so we'll go to his wrestling career. So he... in 82 to 86, he wrestled in the Mid-South Wrestling. And then he went briefly to New Japan in 81 to 86. Then he was in WWF from 87 to 93. And he was at WrestleMania 3. And then he ended up being at WrestleMania 4, where they had that vacant title, but he ended up losing. I didn't know he was the first Royal Rumble winner in 88 to 89. And then, so then they say that he let's see, a bunch of feuds. So then he went to WCW in 94 to 2001, where they said he won the United States Champion at Fall Brawl, where he defeated Steve Austin in a squash match and lasted 35 seconds to win the United States Champion. And then he feuded with Austin there before Austin went to WWF. And then he got in a feud there with Vader in WCW. And then they said that he won the television title against Scott Hall and beat that.
Yeah, I don't even remember that.
And this was all in WCW. And then he left WCW and was in the independent circuit from 2001 to 2005. And he just did whatever was there. Then he went 2003 to Impact Wrestling, where they said that he had a small run there where he fought Disco Inferno and Jeff Jarrett. Then he returned to WWE from 2005 to 2009 as just one of those like Legends one where they have these gimmick matches or whatever and they come back on there. So he was fighting there. And then they said that after that he went back to the independent circuit from 2009 to 2019, and he just wrestles here and there for it. Then he came back 2011 to 2012 to WWF as the to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, and he got inducted by Ted DiBiase. And then he just has a Legends contract, and he recently came back to make an appearance to the tribute to Hulk Hogan when Hulk Hogan died. But that's basically his career. And I don't know if you would have guessed it if I would have gave you the clue where some guy came on his property and he beat him up and held him at gunpoint till cops came.
Probably not.
Yeah.
So I would think of somebody like Chris Masters.
Yeah.
Doing something like
but
that.
Yep, that was the one. So were you able to guess that one? Did you take less questions to get it, or you were stumped as him on that? Because I know I like picking 80s wrestlers for him because that's harder for him to guess.
All right, we'll remember that next week.
He likes to pick people that are hard for
70s wrestlers that you don't even know.
Yeah, 70s wrestlers would be hard.
Exactly, I'm going to pick that.
Or you'll pick women's wrestlers that are harder to pick.
And then
because
you're
there's
not
tons
going to
of
know.
them. Yep.
And I'm going to be like, 70s wrestler. You weren't watching the WWF
I wasn't even born in that time, but yeah, so that was the best wrestling game on the internet. And like always, Dark Knight 316, Robert Real Gaming, and we'll see you on the next episode of Tackles and Takedowns. See ya.
God bless you guys. Take it easy.